Number 3 is the first leg of the 6-up, and it's also a Class 4. It's over the 1,000 metres. The King's Falcon handicap, headed by Lamarosa, gets the blinkers back on. He's a winner here of the 1,200, never the 1,000. Mr. Right drops back into Class 4 company, a 6-time course and distance winner. Triumphal Trumpet gets the headgear change. Cheers and Cheers was last on his debut at Shartin. Fortune Anthem makes his debut for David Hall and Sam Clipperton. Got Winfield Patrol, likes to roll forward. He's come up with barrier 5, and Nashashuk, bottom weight here. Joe Moreira from barrier 3 for John Size. Head away to the touchscreen to have a look at this one, Brett, as far as the speed map is concerned. And Winfield Patrol likes to get out and get rolling, and well, Mr. Right has drawn perfectly for his style.
He has come up with barrier number 1. He gets the drop in class, and the jockey knows him well. Neil Callan, 4 rides for 2 wins and a second, and you'd think that those two will dispute it early. Cheers and Cheers may be able to roll forward, potentially get down to this spot if the pace is not quick enough from horses like Lamarosa, Namjong and Flying Noble. I do think Flying Monkey will be pressing forward, and he'll end up probably dropping in, and there may be a space between them. The newcomer Fortune Anthem, he is back here, but it's worth noting in his 3 trials, been very handy to the speed, so he may be a little closer.
All right, OK. We'll have a look at him in due course. Paula, what have you up for us?
Well, the first one we're going to have a look at here is Mr. Right. He's a horse that generally works well, and there's no exception here. He seems to be going really nicely. He's downgraded, barrier number 1, Neil Callan. So I think he's going to run a really big race, Mr. Right. He'll be on that fast pace. No question, that's his style. Flying Monkey, another one that's going to press the issue, though. He's another one that likes to go forward. Generally does catch the eye a bit in his track work. He hasn't been with Bedoyong for too long, just about 2 or 3 starts, but he's been going pretty well for the new stable. And I didn't mind this piece from Namjong. He's only had 1 start, he's got no form. He's the one on the inside, under an absolute stranglehold. I thought he was going better than Very Sweet Orange's stablemate there, and who has run some pretty good races in the past, so wouldn't surprise if he ran a race at a massive price.
All right, keep an eye on $34 he is at the moment. We'll start off, though, with the top weight here, Lamarosa. Now we're looking at him finishing 4th last time out. He pulled up with some substantial blood in the trachea.
Yeah, unfortunately, Andrew, he's got soundness issues, this horse. You've touched on the fact that blood in the trachea has been an ongoing issue. He's had a heart irregularity as well. He is quite a talented galloper. I think he could easily win a couple of races in Class 3, but these setbacks, they sort of halt his momentum in campaigns, and it makes him hard to sort of get some solid form under his belt.
Yeah, interesting, the blinkers came back on him as well, so that'll focus him up a little bit.
The other thing worth noting, he's also trialled leading into this and has won with blinkers on Anzac Purton, so that's a positive step forward.
All right, OK, that's Lamarosa. Let's have a look at some of the speed. Mr. Right, barrier 1, Neil Callan, 6-time course and distance winner, dropping class.
Yeah, look, he got a bit lost in this race. He sort of veered out in the turn, did Mr. Right. Look, he finished off the race nicely enough. This is a better race for him. Class 4, this was a lot harder here in Class 3. We've already seen this race, in fact.
You snuck it in again, Serafina.
With, you can see with the Mr. Picasso coming down the outside. But, look, I think I've got 1 to beat him, but I think he'll run well.
Could be a good form reference, that race.
Yeah,
I'm similar too. I think he's right in it.
All right, OK. Winfield Patrol also can add some speed here. Nashashuk and one of the 2 flyings in this, Flying Noble.
Yeah, Flying Noble from the barrier, going to need some luck. Nashashuk's drawn well, just not sure whether he might be better down in grade, but Joe riding for John Size off a lightweight and a good barrier makes you take a second look. So, and Winfield Patrol, credit to Richard Gibson, he's got this old horse running really well at the moment. He'll be out there zipping along on the lead, and who knows how far he'll go.
Yeah, with him, Mr. Right, in the field, they're going to really open this race up, I think. So it's going to be a really fastly run race, no doubt in this race.
Do you think that'll be detrimental to Winfield Patrol?
It could be a little bit to both of them. That's the little thing I was worried about. But I think it will Shanghai the field out, so everyone's going to get their chance.
Right, OK. What about Fortune Anthem? His first start, 4 trials coming into this, a Magnus 3-year-old for David Hall. He's had a trial at Happy Valley too. Yeah,
and he's been well tuned up for this. This was a really nice trial from this horse. He wasn't pushed out at all. He ran second. His trial at Happy Valley was really good as well when he ran second. You can see he's under what Brett would say a half Nelson there on the inside. He's just given a bit of extra rein there. The horse that won that trial is a lot higher rated
Solomon's
than him.
Bay.
And he's going to be one of the favourites later on. Look, I'm going to make him the long shot on debut. I know he's drawn 12, but he's got this early speed, and if the other 2 take off, this is my theory, then he can maybe sneak in behind them.
We saw the map before, Andrew, like he was sort of back, but as we saw in that trial, he has showed
He's
pace.
got natural early speed.
In a lot of the trials. Zach Pert and Alberto Senna both had a bit to do with him. They've both taken other rides, so that sort of just swayed me a little bit, along with the barrier, as Paul mentioned.
All right, and what is Zach Pert? Well, Zach Pert has mounted his favourite here, Paul Lamorosa.
It is, and I've got him in the numbers one. I'm going to take a chance with David Hall for him to go back-to-back. No pressure, David. On Fortune Anthem here, so I got him on top, Mr. Right from the front. But he's going to get a lot of pressure. Lamorosa will get a nice run behind, but he has got those internal problems. Namjong is another big blowout in this race. He's only had the one start. He finished towards the back of the field. But I think his track work, he's definitely improved from that run, and he's, 35 to 1, so we'll put him in there for fourth. But 8, 2, 1 and 9 will take a chance with the first starter. I think he's quite smart.
I didn't put him in, but I take Paul's point. His trials have looked reasonably sharp, and he looks to have ability. Look, Lamorosa is a little bit precious, as I mentioned earlier on, but this is a great opportunity. Blinkers back on, good barrier. Zach on, he's riding, obviously, like a man inspired. He's ridden the horse well before for success, and there's a recent trial going in which he's won. So if he stays sound throughout the race, he can win it. Mr. Right, Flying Monkey. Dr. Race loves the 1,000 and a strong tempo to run at. 1, 2, 5, 6.
All right, Mr. Right from me off the inside gate. 3 races down. I've got Neil Callan winning 2 of them already. That was the first leg of the 6 up. Up next for us is the first leg of the Triple Trio.